Well done, Vasilis.
Heidi Vis-Vosdottir.
Well done, Heidi.
Xiao Wang.
Well done, Xiao Wang.
Laura Weatherhead.
Well done, Laura.
Hang Yu.
Well done, Hang Yu.
Jilun Zhang.
Well done, Qilin Zhang.
And Rui Zhao.
Well done, Rui Zhao.
In digital composition and performance, Peter Caulfield.
Congratulations, Peter.
And Basil Papayorio.
Well done, Basil.
And in history, theory and display, Demetria Kameri.
Well done, Demetrius.
Lisa Mason.
Congratulations, well done.
Andrea Minicucci.
Well done, Andrew.
Emily Mitchell. And
Well done, Emily.
Lariana Olguin.
Well done, Lariana.
In modern art, history, curating and criticism, Emily Bowen.
Congratulations, Emily.
Ruth Bergen.
Well done, Ruth.
Evita Christotomou.
Congratulations, Evita.
Megan Connery.
Well done, Megan.
Alice Cox. Valeria D'Ambrosio.
Well done, Valeria.
Bryony Farrant-Davis.
Well done, Bryony.
Ellie Fassois.
Well done, Ellie.
Deirdre Fitzgerald.
Congratulations, Deirdre.
Gao Gao.
Well done, Gao Gao.
Meredith Gobi.
Congratulations, Meredith.
Ella Jane Harvey.
Well done, Ella.
Victoria Kasparovica.
Well done, Victoria.
Victoria Long.
Well done, Victoria.
Oliver O'Keefe.
Congratulations, Oliver.
Dareen O'Sullivan.
Well done, Doreen.
Marcus Pibworth.
Congratulations, Marcus.
Mary Silver.
Well done, Mary.
Tiffany Talavera.
Well done, Tiffany. Congratulations.
And Zuran Zhang.
Well done, Suren Zhang. Congratulations.
And music in the community, Jess Abrams.
Congratulations, Jess.
Gillian Akhtar.
Well done, Gillian.
Vicky Lee.
Congratulations, Vicky.
Hannah Linklater.
Congratulations, Hannah.
Gina Muego.
Well done, Gina.
Hallie Turnbull.
Well done, Hallie.
And Renaissance to Enlightenment, Eleni Buka.
Congratulations, Eleni.
Rachel Burnett. Robert Gibbon.
Well done, Rachel. Well done, Robert.
Eleanor Hatt.
Well done, Eleanor.
Natalie Lucy.
Congratulations, Natalie.
Sarah Vinala Smith.
Congratulations, Sarah.
In sound design, Graham Arthur.
Congratulations, Graham.
Colin Chipchase.
Congratulations, Colin.
Kevin Hay.
Congratulations, Kevin.
Young In Young.
Congratulations, Young.
Ali Murray.
Congratulations, Ali.
Tam Trina.
Well done, Tam.
And in the city, Minate Bota.
Congratulations, Minate.
Geraldine Boyle.
Well done, Geraldine.
And Samuel Burke.
Congratulations, Samuel. I call upon Vice Principal Professor Dorothy Meal to present a candidate for an honorary degree.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, In the name and by the authority of the Senatus Academicus, I have the honour to present for the degree of Doctor of Music, Nicola Benedetti. Nicola was born in West Kilbride, North Ayrshire, into an Italian-Scottish family, and both her Scottish and Italian heritage remain important to her as she now travels and works all over the world. Nicola's musical talents were apparent at an early age. She started to learn the violin at the age of 5. And before she was 10, and always encouraged by her parents, Nicola had passed all 8 associated board music exams and moved to study under the legendary Yehudi Menuhin at his Surrey-based school for young piano and string students. When she won the BBC's Young Musician of the Year competition in Edinburgh's Usher Hall at the age of 16, she quickly became the classical music world's biggest rising star, landing a huge recording contract for 6 albums with Deutsche Grammophon, and at one stage performing 110 concerts internationally in a single year. From early in her professional career, Nicola has given many performances at prestigious events and venues, including playing for Her Majesty the Queen in Holyrood Palace and Windsor Castle, at the opening ceremony of the new Scottish Parliament in Edinburgh, and for the G8 summit in Gleneagles. Nicola made her debut at the Proms last year and has given recitals across the world. In July this year, Nicola made her South American debut with the Simón Bolívar Symphony Orchestra of Venezuela. Throughout her career, Nicola's desire to perform new works has shown her to be one of the UK's and Scotland's most innovative and creative young violinists. Her choice of the Szymanowski Violin Concerto for the Young Musician of the Year final in 2004 was just the beginning of her focus on a less often performed repertoire. She has recorded newly commissioned works by John Tavener and James Macmillan, worked on jazz-influenced repertoire with Wynton Marsalis and others, and, most recently, explored Baroque performance, culminating in the release earlier this year of her first recording of Baroque violin masterpieces by Vivaldi, Tartini and Veracini, entitled Italia, and recorded here in Edinburgh with the Scottish Chamber Orchestra. In addition to her performing and recording activities, Nicola has devoted herself to several humanitarian and educational causes. She has visited schools throughout the UK in conjunction with the Click Sargent Practice-a-thon, in which she encourages pupils of all ages to be sponsored to learn to play an instrument, even through the hours of concentration and practice necessary to really excel, whilst raising money for cancer care. Last year, she became involved in Scotland's Big Noise Project, a musical initiative partnered with Venezuela's El Sistema scheme and designed to transform children's lives through music. As a board member and the programme's official musical big sister, Nicola makes regular visits to Raploch near Stirling to conduct masterclasses and work closely with the children as they learn. Earlier this year, Nicola became the patron of a new scheme to provide scholarship opportunities for both postgraduate students and researchers in Italian studies here at Edinburgh University. She's passionate about encouraging the study of Italian music, visual arts, literature, history, and philosophy. This scheme will remove financial obstacles to allow the most talented students to uncover more about Italian culture, which she recognises will ultimately feed back into enriching the arts. Mr. Vice-Chancellor, I now invite you to confer on Nicola Benedetti the degree of Doctor of Music.
By the authority vested in me, I admit you to the degree. Hearty congratulations. Well done, Nicola.
Thank you very much, Mr. Vice-Chancellor and fellow graduates. I'd just like to take this opportunity to say what a huge honour this is for me to receive this from such a worldwide respected and prestigious university is something I never imagined, and definitely not at 24. It's quite surreal for me because, maybe not the place to say it, but I never went to university, and I left school at 15. But I will say I've always worked incredibly hard at the violin. From the age of 8 or 9, I've been practicing up to 5 or 6 hours every single day. So it's a huge dedication, a huge commitment, and receiving something like this only makes me much more determined to be as good a musician as I can, to perform as successfully as I can, and obviously, as was mentioned, my commitment to education, to how that can change the lives of many young children, and to furthering people's exposure to classical music. But really what I'd like to say is a huge congratulations to all of you. I'm so honoured to be sharing this day with you. I think you're all just wonderful, and congratulations. I'm going to actually play something for you, so I'm going to go and get my violin out. So thank you very much. Thank you.
So Miss Benedetti will now play Sarabande from Bach's D minor Partita No. 2. How extraordinarily wonderful. Right, I call again upon Professor Chris Bruard.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, in the name and by the authority of Senatus Academicus, I have the honour to present for the degree of the Award of Postgraduate Diploma in Architecture, Dario Alonzi.
Congratulations, Dario. Well done.
Katie Bell.
Well done, Katie. Congratulations.
Gordon Brown.
Congratulations, Gordon. Well done.
And Rachel North.
Well done, Rachel.
The Award of Postgraduate Diploma in Fashion, Cheryl Guy.
Well done, Cheryl.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, in the same name and by the same authority, I have the honour to present for the degree of Bachelor of Architecture, Amy Redman.
Congratulations, Amy. Well done.
Dominic Wright.
Well done, Dominic.
And Mr. Vice-Chancellor, in the same name and by the same authority, I have the honour to present for the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours in Design and Applied Arts, Linda Johnston.
Well done, Linda. Congratulations.
Carolyn Kinnaird.
Congratulations, Carolyn.
Julie Lockhart. And
Well done, Julie.
Morag Summerling.
Congratulations,
In
Laura.
Fashion, Emma Clifton.
Well done, Emma.
And Sarah Ho.
Congratulations, Sarah.
In
Well done.
Illustration, Christina Robbie.
Congratulations,
And in
Christine.
Jewellery and Silversmithing, Kirsty Fraser.
Congratulations, Kirsty.
Rona McCallum.
Well done, Rona.
Emma Reed. And Mariko Sumioka.
Well done, Mariko.
And in Textiles, Isabella Bocchetti.
Congratulations,
Laura Haley.
Isabella. Well done, Laura.
Adrienne McLean.
Well done, Adrienne.
Fiona Marshall.
Congratulations, Fiona.
Kathleen Scott.
Well done, Kathleen.
William Watson West.
Congratulations, William.
Lucy Whitmore.
Well done, Lucy.
And Samantha Williamson.
Congratulations, Samantha.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, in the same name and by the same authority, I have the honour to present for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Architecture, Anirudh Sood.
Well done, Anirudh.
Barbara Schwierk.
Congratulations, Barbara.
Linda Zine. In Graphic Design, Ryan Templeton.
Well done, Ryan.
In Textiles, Daniela McNeil. And
Congratulations,
Claire
Daniela.
Rooney.
Well done, Claire.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, in the same name and by the same authority, I have the honour to present for the degree of Master of Arts with Honours, Architectural History, Neil Dalton Banks.
Well done, Neil. I call upon Professor Andrew McKinley, Head of the School of Philosophy, Psychology and Language Sciences.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, in the name and by the authority of the Senatus Academicus, I have the honour to present for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Paul Brocklehurst.
Well done, Paul. Great achievement.
David Meyer.
Congratulations, David. Great achievement.
Cowrie Miura.
Congratulations, Carrie. Well done.
Susie Moitz.
Well done, Susie.
Amy Mulroe.
Well done, Amy.
Golnaz Nanbaksh.
Well done, Golnaz.
Lauren Stewart.
Congratulations, Congratulations, well done.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, in the same name and by the same authority, I have the honour to present for the degree of Master of Science by Research, Ali Bevan.
Congratulations, Ali.
Brett Heisman.
Congratulations, Brett.
Sean Philpott Morgan.
Well done, John.
Melina Samborska.
Congratulations, Melina.
Christopher Williams.
Congratulations, Christopher.
And for the degree of Master of Science in Applied Linguistics, Maha Al-Ghassab.
Well done, Maha. Congratulations.
Hala Al-Napani.
Well done, Hala. Congratulations.
Yu Chen Tuan.
Well done, Yusman Wan.
Pavadi Sasuan.
Congratulations, Pavadi.
Chia Ying Yang.
Congratulations, Charlie Yang. Well done.
Jianzhou Zhong.
Well done, Chen Zhou.
And in developmental linguistics, Mahal Al-Harbi.
Well done, Manu.
Evelyn Frey.
Congratulations, Evelyn.
Utaka Kondo.
Well done, Utaka.
Yuhan Liu.
Well done, Yuhan Liu.
Daniel Schmidtke.
Well done, Daniel.
Hilary Stahl.
Congratulations, Hilary.
And in English language, Chiafu Chang.
Congratulations, Chiafu Chang.
Susu Sisilo.
Well done, Susu.
Ziming Liu.
Well done, Ziming Liu. Congratulations.
Sumera Umrani.
Well done, Sumera.
Jason West.
Congratulations, Jason.
Ben Weston.
Well done, Ben.
Yu Zhang.
Congratulations, Yu Zhang. Well done.
And in evolution of language and cognition, Rosalind King.
Congratulations, Rosalind.
Hannah Little.
Congratulations, Hannah.
Nicole Miles.
Well done, Nicole.
Catriona Silvey.
Congratulations, Catriona. Well done.
And in history and theory of psychology, Emily Kennefick.
Well done, Emily.
Anna Kennedy.
Congratulations, Anna.
And in human cognitive neuropsychology, Amal Al-Baloui.
Congratulations, Amal.
Amy Cadden.
Congratulations, Amy.
Needham Eustace.
Well done, Needham.
Matthew Hunter.
Congratulations, Matthew.
Stephanie Irving.
Well done, Stephanie.
Matthew Jameson.
Congratulations, Matthew.
Kieran Kirapdath.
Congratulations, Kieran.
Colette Kay.
Congratulations, Colette.
Lorcan Kenny.
Well done, Lorcan.
Lewis Killen.
Congratulations, Lewis.
Carl Kupiski.
Congratulations, Carl.
Yun Wen Kru.
Well done, Yun.
Fiona McCrohan.
Congratulations, Fiona.
Ashla McGrath.
Well done, Ashla. Congratulations.
Lindsay Oliver.
Well done, Lindsay.
Laura Pigeon.
Congratulations, Laura.
Denise Rogers. Ashlyn Warren.
The graduation choir, conducted by Dr. John Kitchen, will now perform Flow Gently, Sweet Afton and Tanzen und Springen.